So I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out. My name is Erin Hutt. I work for the Community Support Unit, CPSU. I never say the word though, so CPSU. So we are been working with Ms. Hanifa and Dr. Gwen to put together, and the council to put together this official launch event. I have the honor and the pleasure of introducing one of our shining stars in the community, Mr. Richard Raw. He has an amazing program. He works with the youth here in Wilmington and the surrounding areas. I'm not going to give away his program because he's powerful, and I'm just here as an introducer. So, Mr. Richard Raw, come on up.
How's everybody doing?
All right.
Y'all gonna see me move in the spirit of hip hop because I was raised in hip hop culture. I was raised here in Wilmington, Delaware. I am a Wilmingtonian. I've been an artist for a long time. You know, hip hop has been my life. And when you think of hip hop, I want you to think of not the negative, but the positive aspects of hip hop. I always say hip hop is like fire. Fire can burn down a house. It can be used also to cook food. So it depends on how you use it. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to get our youth to realize is that it's how we use the culture. The culture can be used as a way to exploit, but it also can be used as a way to build up. So 4 years ago, just working a job that I didn't enjoy and feeling like my spirit is just wasting away, I developed a program. And that program is called Beyond Those Bars. It is a hip-hop based supplemental education program where we focus on reading, writing, confidence, communication, character development, healthy eating. I know it sounds like a lot, like yeah, right. And we've also added in a STEM component. Now, with the program, our students matriculate through weeks of instruction. And in that time, of course, one of the highlights is I get to make a rap. I get to rap, I get to do a verse, I get to record in the studio, I get to do all of this, so they're all happy about that because everyone wants to be a star. But in order to get to that point, how do we get to that point? And that's where we introduce the reading. Let's look at your reading, let's look at your writing and your comprehension. And those are the things that we do in the program. So when they first come into the program, as they matriculate throughout these weeks, we find a topic. This is guided conversation. So you should hear some of them when they're choosing their topic, whether it's poverty. It has to be based on societal issues, whether that's poverty or violence or sexual exploitation. These are the kinds of topics that they're talking about, and they debate. They pick the topic. Once they pick the topic, then we move on, and now we research and investigate that topic. So now we're researching. We're trying to find out if we're talking about poverty. Let's talk about the rate of poverty here in Wilmington and how that is having an impact on their lives. Once we figure that out, now we research and investigate in our community. Our students go out into the community, and they interview people in the community and bring that information back. All of that is what they're going to use, in essence, to write their music. See, I think one of the problems that we have is when you write music, I think it's good to investigate, right? To look out into your community so you can have the information. Oftentimes, the complaint is these artists don't know, I don't know what they're saying, I can't understand it, it's crazy. And I said, well, how can we change that? Because it's easy to just say, that's BS and we don't like it. But how can we change that reality? And I figured this program can change that reality, and now we're starting to see the change happening in our students who now want to research, they want to investigate. They're like, yeah, I need to understand that. If you argue with me about LeBron James versus Michael Jordan, then we're going to have to do some investigation. So if you use what they enjoy and what they love, then you'll see that we can actually give them the education they need. They love hip hop. They go to school and sleep and wake up and get their morals and principles and values based on the culture. So if we can use that culture, right, to educate them, then we can actually get through. And we're starting now just to get through to our students. So as they matriculate and they start writing their verses, we're looking at their verses, we're looking at this work, and we're saying you have some issues with comprehension, or you have some issues with spelling. It gives us an opportunity to assess. And what those assessments can be taken to their parents and can be taken to their teachers, and we can work on how we can enhance and make them better. Now, they move on from writing their verses. They done write all these verses. They're happy, they're excited, but we make them rewrite those verses and rewrite those verses, because that's what this is all about. These are life skills. And when you're writing your resume, you're like, oh, hold on, let me go back, let me change this, let me think about this. It's not just write it out and just go and do it. It's like, let's really think about this. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe that's not the best thing to say. So these are the kinds of things that we're giving our students. Then they go and record. We have a mobile recording studio, and they record each other. We teach them the programs, right? So it's a lot with it. We're teaching them how to use these programs. This right here, this microphone, and the way that this is set up, this may be something of interest to them. So we're giving them the introduction into these things, right? So as they record each other, we're teaching them the equipment, right? So they're getting the education and learning how to work collectively. I think that's one of the things that you see, the bickering of our elders, right? Let's be honest about this. A lot of bickering. And I say, how can we teach this generation and teach them, you have to work collectively. Because if you are not working collectively and with the network, then you're going to be, no man is an island. No man stands alone, or woman. We can't stand alone. So we're trying to teach them how to work collectively and how not to laugh at someone because they continue to make a mistake. That's the beauty of recording. See, when you record and get on that mic for the first time, you're going to mess up. And so some of the students are laughing, and so that's a great opportunity to say, no, encourage instead of laughing and making fun of them. So they're recording their verses. Beautiful. And then they do a pilot for a music video. They shoot a professional music video. The videographer that we bring in has worked with Justin Bieber and worked with many of these greats. So we're giving them great things. We're giving them quality. I feel like if you give them quality, they're going to give you quality. It may take some time, because no doubt it takes some time. And when we get halfway through this program, they're like, I want to go there. I'm having fun. I like this. And so the end is a community engagement piece where they get an opportunity to perform their work for the community. So this is the program that we have. I work for a nonprofit organization called Cultural Restoration Project. I am the program director. This is just one of the programs that I run beyond those bars. I'm the facilitator and creator of this program. We have two other programs. One is a chess program, right noodle, left noodle, and that teaches math skills and life development. And then we have another, which is new, which is KOS, called Knowledge of Self. Knowledge of Self takes the African principles of Ma'at, Ubuntu, and Iwa Pele. These are about developing your character. Our ancients, our ancestors had the answers, and somewhere along the way, we walked away from those concepts. So I figure we have to bring these concepts and then put them in hip-hop and then watch the changes that are going to be made. So we know that we're trying to breed a new generation of writers, right? The writings and what you're going to see, they're going to play just one of the projects, the final projects that we did from our students. Amazing, amazing work. And this is what they wrote. And we push them. Oftentimes they get on that mic and they cry because they feel like they can't do it. We have to encourage and encourage. I'm like, no, you can do it. I know you can do it. You are just as good as those big artists that you love. You are. And oftentimes they cry and they go into their corners and I don't want to do it. And eventually we get them into a space where they feel comfortable. So our youth are geniuses, right? They are geniuses. But we have to know how to tap into it. We have to know how to tap into it. So I can't take up too much time because as we speak, I have a program running right now that I have to get to. But another thing that we have in the program real quick, we have a partnership with Drop Squad Kitchen on the riverfront. And they focus on plant-based foods. We recognize that we live in swamps, food swamps and food deserts, where the foods that they love are dangerous. Let's be honest. And the foods that we love are dangerous. You expect them to come into a class and pay attention when they've eaten a bunch of junk. sugar, a sugar rush and a sugar high, or fat content. So we're trying to introduce a different type of food, plant-based. Usually, when you introduce it to a child, they're like, whatever. But in their peer group, they're like, okay, I'm going to try it because you tried it. Let me see what's up with this. And they eat it, and they're enjoying it. So now we get an opportunity to move to a holistic way of education, not just one way, but we're trying to wrap our arms around them in many kinds of ways. Another great thing that we do with our program, we have interns, of course, but we hire high schoolers to come in and work with them as well. Because we feel like, now I have a high schooler, his name is Anthony Townsend, incredible music producer. And we've hired him to come in to make music and to work with our young generation. And so we see, I like to work with the young generation like between 8 and 14 years of age. Because I know after that is where they get on that path where they go and smoke weed, they go and try to terrorize the neighborhood. This is what they do. Lucky for me, I'm like, look, I know you probably one of the ones that's probably terrorizing my neighborhood, trying to break into my car, yo. So that's the population I like to work with, but I also like to bring in the high schoolers. So we're trying to do a multi-generational thing, right? To have, because it can't be one generation preaching to them. I figure if the high school, I say go to the high school and say, yo, tell them this. They're going to listen to you, right? So I think that this is a beautiful thing. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you today. I'm just excited about doing the work for the community. If you know me, this is what I do all day. We have about 5 programs running right now with 4 more proposals on the table. So we're very thankful that people are enjoying the program and want it. I cannot stay, as I said, so I do have cards. I can pass you my card if you're interested in talking. I'm all about partnerships because I can't do it alone. So I know all of their links all out there that we can work together collectively to solve the issues and the problems of Wilmington. We can't do it alone. I continue to say that. You can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. So if you're not willing to come together and work collectively, then the door is there. That's how we have to move. We have to do it together. And that's what we're going to teach the youth, and we have to be the representation of that. Thank you very much. She'll have my cards.
Respect me, I respect you. That's something that you earn. That's something that you do. Respect me, I respect you. That's something that you earn. That's something that you do. Respect me, I respect you. That's something that you earn. That's something that you do.
Life is precious, you need to respect it. Life is all we got, so we gotta protect it, embrace it, and let it shine. Don't wait till tomorrow, cause this is the time. Respect will be shown within these rhymes. If you disrespect something, karma gonna get you. Disrespect a lot and the world will forget you, and they ain't gonna miss it. Respect and honor, that's my life. Disrespect plus you that it can pay and strife. Respect everyone is what you need to do. Don't try and be somebody else, just do you.
Life is precious. You gotta respect it. You can't expect it. I respect my mom. I do. At all times. Y'all know I can rhyme. They call me Prime, but my nickname is Young Brian. Respect me, please. I'm just so fresh. And I love. And it's in my blood.
Yo, you gotta respect pride. Every time I disrespect her, hitting any high. Listen to these rhymes, don't run out of time. People hating on me and I don't know why. People disrespect us, think that there's another way. Understand I never care what the haters say. When it comes to respect, I never run away. Respect comes first, like always. I can't give in, won't fall out. People disrespect just really make me wanna shout. I respect everybody with no doubt. That's pride.
Respect me, I respect you. That's something that you earn. That's something that you do. Respect me, I respect you. That's something that you earn. That's something that you do. Respect me, I respect you. That's something that you earn. That's something that you do.
Without respect, my life would be so meaningless. I respect my cuz. So respect my blood. You talk that talk, but you can't walk that walk. All I need is some RESPECT. Respect. You can shake my hand if you're cool with me. You can hate me, but love is king. Open up that door and just be free. I am free. So let's agree.
I don't tolerate disrespect. I'm coming at your neck. If you got some beef, don't come up to me, cause all I want is peace. Like my homie Keith, hanging in the 302, rolling with my crew. Who is you to be disrespectful? All you gotta do respect me, I respect you.
Respect me, I respect you. That's something that you earn. That's something that you do. Respect me, I respect you. That's something that you earn. That's something that you do. Respect me, I respect you. That's something that you earn. That's something that you do.